about integrating AI into business transformation, I present to you Professor Alex Yao.
Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are, since you are from all over the world. I'm very happy to be here to present my take of the integrating AI into business transformation. Let me share my slides. So my topic is integrating AI into business transformation. And transformation is something which I've been teaching in NUS for many years. So let's begin with the common term that we hear very much nowadays, digital disruption. Actually, before the COVID-19 pandemic started, the whole business world was talking about dealing with digital disruption. They were talking about it, yes, but nobody was really doing much. They were just grumbling and complaining because of this disruption to business processes brought about by emerging technology. And they were not very sure what technology they were going to use to avoid this digital disruption. So not everyone was convinced about the need for digital transformation. In fact, lots of companies said, I think maybe next time. Even if I go there to ask them, what about some digital transformation strategy? They say, oh, maybe next time. So the social and economic upheaval associated with the COVID-19 pandemic has provided an unsought means of evaluating the role of digital transformation in business. Then, of course, with disruption, you need digital transformation, which actually is the integration of digital technology into all areas of a business, fundamentally changing how you operate and deliver value to customers. And throughout this talk, I will concentrate on the customers because that's where all your revenue come from. And if you don't please the customer, then why you start a company for, right? It's also a cultural change that requires organizations to continually challenge the status quo, experiment, and get comfortable with failure. To succeed in digital transformation, you need digital agility. All these are buzzwords that you hear, but behind all the buzzwords, there are also truth. Having an agile mindset is very important. You want to do transformation. Digital agility describes the ease with which an organization can rapidly enable, update, change, or adapt their processes. So let me emphasize again, customer centricity means putting your customer first and at the center of everything that you do. And there are 3 stages to this customer centricity: getting buy-in and building a culture, not only within your stakeholders, but your staff, your employees, and then after that, get buy-in from your customers. Shifting from product-centric to customer-centric. Don't tell the customer what they want. Find out what they need. And if they don't need, well, that's where you have to show them how you can make a difference to their life. Third is to overcoming data silos and technology, because when you deal with customer, what you actually gather is a lot of data, and you put them all into various silos, and that's not going to help your company very much. So there we start talking about AI now. Now, contrary to what many people think, AI started back in the 1900s. Well, I think many people are surprised, right? So actually, the US DARPA was actually doing AI research. So I first came into contact back in the 1990s, right, when I became CIO. But from 1900 to 1974, there was a big first AI boom, and then there was the first AI winter. Winter happened when people there's disillusion, it doesn't really work, so get disappointment. So there's a trial of disappointment, and then second AI boom happened in the late 80s, and that's when I encountered my first AI project when I was CIO HDB, we wanted to build an expert system based on our rules and regulation. There are so many complex rules in HDB. For those overseas, HDB stands for Housing and Development Board, which is the Housing Authority of Singapore. And we thought we get an expert to interpret the rules, and then we do some forward and backward chaining, and then after it, voila, we can come up with solutions to. But unfortunately, it does not work that way because there are always exceptions. Exception breaks the whole process because the exception, then we have to say, hey, Mr. Expert, come here. There's an exception. How will you deal with this? And so that actually you have an expert system, then you still need to continually consult the expert. So therefore, there was another disappointment, trial, second AI winter, and then slowly, AI rebounds back until today. And let's talk about why it happens now. So the key trends enabling growth of AI is because of computing power. Of course, in those early days, when I started using expert system, the computing power was not much. So nothing much can be delivered also, right? Now, also because over the years since we started all this expert system AI project, we have a lot of data, big data, and we have been very conversant with analytics. And this is the reason why AI can work today, because of the availability of the big amount of data. And we have advanced algorithm, and we have many use cases that actually all these use cases spur the growth of AI. So now we have to move then AI from just a laboratory into the application. So in various sectors I can show here, we have transportation, retail, financial services, etc. All right. The commonalities are there's the complex challenges with lots of data, and the speed and consistency are important. Resistance from existing workers, because workers are always afraid AI will take away their job. So they will try to resist any effort to replace them with some robotics, process automation, or whatever. Yeah. Then eventually it's not considered an AI because it's so embedded. As we say, COVID-19, yeah, sooner or later it's going to be endemic. It's part of your life. So AI is just like, using a mobile phone. It is just part of your life. I mean, it's around you everywhere. All right. And what about AI in the enterprise? The application of AI in the enterprise is profoundly changing the way businesses work. You can work now compared with the time when I was a CIO. Companies are incorporating AI technologies into their business operations with the aim of saving money, boosting efficiency, generating insights, and creating new markets. So how can AI help? Well, we can use AI to enhance customer service. Now, customer is the most important. I must emphasize this, all right? If you don't think your customer is the most important to you, then no point doing producing service or products, all right? So you need to maximize sales, sharpen cybersecurity, optimize supply chain, free up workers from mundane tasks, give them higher level tasks, make them feel important, improve existing products, and point the way to new products. So customer experience is an important competitive differentiator for businesses today. And artificial intelligence, AI, is mission critical to success. Right? So CX, which is customer experience, over 75% of CX decision makers agree advancements in AI and self-service technology are among the most important factors for determining the future success of their CX program. And other key factors for the customer experience success are such as predictive and proactive service option, as well as customer interaction and customer journey analysis and analytics are all made more effective and powerful with AI. That's how you make use of AI to improve customer service and experience. Just an example, for example, a contact center. How AI can improve operational precision, right? And customer experience improvement. The best AI tools leverage cloud technology and data to deliver powerful support solution, incredible level of operational precision in contact centers across some key areas. And it can help to resolve more cases with improved accuracy, etc., allowing agents to focus on higher order tasks. All right. Then deliver faster service, reduce escalations, right? So that the customer service officer doesn't always need, I got to refer this to my boss, and then the boss got to refer to the next boss. So with AI-enabled contact center, we can actually enhance performance. Arming agents with AI practical assistant reduces handling time, mitigates errors, and improve first contact resolution, and make your customer happy. We need to then use AI to discover patterns hidden deep in the vast amounts of customer interaction data and boost performance result with predictive recommendation. And AI can help better predict future outcomes, all right, to analyze patterns and historical data. And reduce agent stress by eliminating search and browsing tasks. Okay. Then provide agents with intelligent guidance, recommending next best action to resolve customer issues quickly. I was also in a startup helping to run the contact center. That is the worst job you can ever have. I mean, imagine go to work at 8 hours a day. All you get is scolding and scolding, by your customer. It drives you bonkers. Yeah, I mean, that's why it's one of the worst jobs that you can ever get. But we can make it the best job that you can ever get if you have a lot of tools at your fingertip, and yet the customer feel that, oh, you are so good, you can handle all my requests. Actually, it's all with AI help, right? Now AI can simplify how agents receive recommended next steps or next best action by proactively delivering information, right, in a single interface, thereby preventing agents from being scattered between several data sources. So one stop, they can get all the information they need. And AI help to detect and react quickly when something goes wrong with any manual intervention, without any manual intervention, all right? So then, okay, the next question, important, do we still need humans? Of course, AI is only part of the equation for customer experience. Humans remain essential in establishing high-value, loyal, and satisfied customer relationships. In the customer experience environment, too many businesses make the mistake of integrating AI and machine learning with a goal to replace human service. They work to over-automate, removing the human from the conversation entirely. So that is a mistake. All right. On the other hand, customer-led organizations use AI to automate tactical, low-complexity transactions and seek to equip agents to connect more deeply, personally, and effectively with customers. And that is the good use of AI. So AI alone is not enough. Not even the smartest technology can solve a problem it wasn't designed to solve. After all, it is designed by humans, right? AI cannot teach itself to evoke compassion, empathy, or connection, characteristics that today's consumer desperately need from the brands they choose to do business with. Simply put, AI cannot teach itself to be human. And that's why humans are still irreplaceable in some instances. Yeah, companies that fail to use AI to equip their agents to be more responsive, effective, and empathetic are at a critical disadvantage. So a balance is needed. AI and machine learning can work to make each customer interaction more humane. Now, what do you mean by more humane? Right? Actually, it's an acronym. HUMANE. And what do I mean by being humane? First, H, harness, actively listening to customers' behavior expressions that shape ease, effectiveness, and emotional experiences. U is uncover, leverage AI to uncover the critical customer and employee insights management that needs to transform, improve, and change business strategies from the ground up. Master, organization must continue to invest in their workforce and use AI to help agents master their job. The more you coach and enable employees with data-supported guidance, the better they will perform, leading to stronger customer and employee satisfaction, better agent scores, and higher compensation. A, it stands for analyze. Deploy AI and interaction analytics to analyze the context of a situation and provide both real-time and post-engagement coaching, guidance, and insights that result in better outcomes for the brand, customer, and employee. So I have not deviated from what I said in the beginning. The customer is still the center of everything, right? Next is N, navigate. In situations where customers call or send messages that do not have an applicable script or answer, AI should suggest the best option based on historical and situational analysis, helping customer service teams navigate complex requests, quickly solve problems, and offer solutions that meet customer needs. And E, emotion. One of the biggest concerns over automation is that the machine will not understand the customer as well as a person can. Right? However, when executed properly, AI enables employees to become more emotionally intelligent over time by providing feedback that enables them to connect with the customer. So that is what we mean by being humane. Okay. However, I'm coming to the end of my presentation. As we continue to use AI, we have to worry about some ethical issues as well. For example, potential abuse of personal data. People were uncomfortable with the way companies could track their movements online and gather critical information. And if you use AI with facial recognition, you can even track where people go and all that. I think we have to be very careful for this potential abuse of personal data. Companies increasingly embed AI in their products, process, and decision making, making people uncomfortable. All right. Misapplied and unregulated AI may lead to unfair outcomes. For example, amplification of biases in data. If you don't feed them correct data for them to learn, okay, they will go to wrong conclusion, and then they use the algorithm wrongly and cause unfair biases. For example, in employment, when recruitment and all that. Yeah. Algorithms change and adapt as more data comes in. So these are all there are many more ethical issues in the use of AI. In fact, it is making a lot of people uncomfortable that a lot of research are doing on the ethical issues and aspects of use of AI. And the Singapore Computer Society, for example, has produced a body of knowledge for ethical issues and use of AI, which I recommend you to download and take a look, and understand what are the potential problems with use of AI. So in summary, digital disruption is gaining pace. To survive, companies need to transform. The use of technologies is inevitable, and AI is a common tool. Whatever use we put AI to, the purpose must be to achieve customer centricity. And that's the whole crux of my whole message today. All right. The AI is a tool. What is it used for? To increase and improve our business. And how can we improve our business? We got to make our customer satisfied. So AI can help the enterprise in many ways, but we must be mindful of the concerns related to the proper use of AI. With that, I thank you very much.
Thank you very much. That was Professor Alex Xiao for his